Hey guys, Misty here to talk to you about animals now. Um, Very vital when it comes to Stardew Valley because they do create a lot of special products. Um, the most important thing to remember is that animals that don't get fed will not die, which is a plus to the game. But they will not produce any items until food has been given to them, which is unfortunate but understandable. So of course, one of the main things you need when raising animals is housing for them. No duh. So up north of town is the carpentry, which is Robin. So you can upgrade your house also later on in the game, but we won't talk about that. She also has a shop for different items that you can put in your house, or if you want materials for the farm buildings, then that'll definitely help. So there's 3 different levels for these farm buildings. There's a coop and a barn with 3 tiers. And there's also a well and a silo. Silos, I'll get back to them. Mill. um, Mill we'll get back into later as well. But there's some buildings that aren't necessary but could be used for, like the slime hutch. Well, it's, I don't know, man. So currently I do have some deluxe buildings. You can get a big barn, or big coop. Sorry. And you can also get a deluxe coop and also a deluxe barn. Now, these different tiers mark different animals you can purchase and the amount of animals you can have. So with the deluxe coop right here, it says houses 12 coop dwelling animals, comes with an auto feed system, and unlocks rabbits. So depending on the animals you keep, depends on the housing that is required. There are 3 different tiers to the barn and coop: basic, big, and deluxe. Not only are different types of animals unlocked, but the upgrading will also bring more room. And deluxe buildings have an auto feed system as long as hay is in the silo. So you want to build a silo right here. Once you cut grass, it turns into hay, and it doesn't put it in your inventory. It directly puts it in your silo. Very, very useful. Now for feeding, let's go back to the farm so I can show you how feeding goes. We'll move some stuff out of our inventory here too, so we can hold hay in our inventory. Alright. So here I have I think a deluxe barn. So here, this does have an auto feed system, so I can't really show you how that works. So we'll go to our coop. Here is a hay basket that you can right click to get hay from. So we'll move this over here. And you simply, here's the, I don't know what you want to call it. I'd say the feeding area. You just simply right click, and that chicken got in my way. That's okay. Animals will eat hay, but having grass on your farm and letting your animals roam outside for the day also helps. So if you want to open this little hutch here, animals will be let out. Just gotta make sure to keep them inside at the end of the day. I'll get back to that later. But letting them outside will also keep them happy. And for pigs, they will find truffles. Probably. However, on rainy days and during the winter, hay must be used. Animals are not fed directly, but instead hay must be taken from the basket, then placed in the feeding area, usually designated at the north side of the building. Basically what I just showed you. Okay, so purchasable animals. We'll go down to Marnie's farm and show you guys some of the animals that can be purchased. See, as I cut grass, the little hay symbol appears on top of my head, indicating that the hay goes into the silo. So down south of your farm is Marnie's. Marnie sells the animals and the tools that come with them. So if we purchase animals here, we have many different animals. We have a chicken, which is 800 gold each. They live in any coop and produce 1 egg every day once mature. Cows are 1500. They're the first barn animal unlocked that can live in any size barn and can be milked daily once mature. Duck, 4K each. They're unlocked at the big coop level. Every second day, once mature, 1 duck egg is produced with a chance to drop a duck feather. Goat, they're unlocked at the big barn and they're 4K each. Every second day, once mature, it can be milked. Rabbits, which I don't have yet because I don't have a deluxe coop. They are 8K each. They live in the deluxe coop. They have a chance to produce wool every day, but it can take up to 3 days. And they can also drop a rabbit's foot. Sheep are 8K each, unlocked at the deluxe barn. They're shorn for wool every few days. Pigs are 16K. Very, 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 very expensive. But they are unlocked at the deluxe barn. If let outside, they will dig up truffles, with the exception of rainy days and during the winter. There are also dinosaurs. A dinosaur egg must be found while artifact hunting, then placed in an incubator in the coop, which is unlocked at the big coop level, in order to hatch a dinosaur which produces dinosaur eggs every 1 to 5 days. Once again, it requires the big coop. And horses are obtained when purchasing the stable back at Robin's place. They're used as a mount to gain movement speed, not like other animals for items. Animals do take a while to mature, just like crops, so in order to produce items and goods, they must be mature. Alright, and some of the tools that go with that. When harvesting milk or wool, special tools are needed and can be purchased from Marnie for money. So, if we go to the supplies shop, I already bought them, so I can't give you the cost, but in our inventory here, we have a milk pail, which gathers milk for you if you right-click animals, and we have a shear tool, which when right-click on a sheep, you gain wool. And we also have the animal products that you can do by crafting animal machines, animal product machines, I should say. We have a cheese press, which turns milk into cheese or goat cheese. We have a loom here that turns raw wool into fine cloth. We have a mayonnaise machine, which turns eggs into mayonnaise. Where's that oil machine? Where did it go? Where did it go? There is an oil maker, makes gourmet truffle oil. And we have a bee house. When placed outside, you just wait for honey, with the exception of winter. And a cask, if I can find it. I don't see it. Where is my cask? Some of these items I cannot find. Anywho, a cask, a cask will use wine and cheese, and it ages them. It takes 2 seasons for iridium quality wine. Just keep that in mind. And of course, with affinity with animals. Keeping affinity with your animals is very vital in order to gain quality products. So, if I go back to my farm here, in order to do this, there are many methods to keep your animals happy. Of course, there is petting your animals every day by right-clicking them. So, hopefully I can find my animals that I just let out. They're probably in the grass somewhere. There's a cow. So if I right-click this cow, you'll have the heart, and it will show right here the affinity with them. You can buy heaters for all your farming buildings to keep them warm and happy, especially during the winter. And don't forget to feed your animals, because they will not produce anything unless you feed them. And of course, don't forget to close your building doors after your animals are back indoors at night, usually around 8 p.m. or so. Also, building fences around your farm will be good. I didn't do that because my farm is really cluttered on here. Also, to show you this tool, so the milk bucket, I just simply right-click, left-click, sorry, my bad. And I can also do that to my goat. Let's see if we can find a sheep. I don't think I have a sheep yet, actually. Ooh, that's freaky. But a few tips and tricks with animals. Rabbit's feet and duck feathers are used more so. Oh, there's my sheep. We'll left click, and we get wool. But rabbit's feet and duck feathers are more useful as gifts and could assist in making quicker, happier friendships. Rabbit's feet, I do believe, are one of the used for one of the bundles in the community center. If I go here, I think I know exactly which one it is. It's the Enchanter's bundle right here, Rabbit's Foot. So be sure to make Rabbit's Foot. Let's see here. Animals, when marked able to, can reproduce and give birth with low chance in order to save money. So if I go here, right here it says allow pregnancy, and I can allow my goat to reproduce, but I'm not going to. An incubator is unlocked at the deluxe coop level, which I do not have yet. So eggs can be incubated and hatched to also save money. And make sure to not lock out animals outside, or they can be eaten by wild animals. Like, if you keep an animal outside and lock this, they're as good as dead. Now, if you keep it open, it will make them unhappy, but it will not kill any of your animals. I think. Also, foraging. I'm going to go over foraging quite quick. Simply put, foraging is very, very simple. You just explore. If you walk around, here I'll walk up north, there are chances for you to find foraging items. They're pretty much everywhere. They are just sitting there alongside the road or in the middle of the road, wherever. If you stumble upon random collectible items, just pick them up. They are money, 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 money. Some of them are seasonal. So you will not find dandelions in winter, obviously, and you will not find can't think of any of the summer ones. But see, here's a dandelion right here. Daffodil. My bad. So, um, daffodils are only found in the spring. Um, and these can be used for many jobs. They can be easily used for using as social gift items, um, community center bundles, gifts, and possible cooking recipes. Uh, a few tips and tricks. Bushes and trees will drop forageable items every so often if you click on them. Oh, that is a shear. I do not want to use that. So if you right click bushes and trees, not that tree, you might be able to find some forageable items and be able to sell them for a little bit of money, but not as much money as fishing. Anywho, thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate the love here, and I hope I've been helping you. I will be releasing, I think, one more video on socialization and everything. So definitely keep tuned and wait for that. And don't forget to slam that sub button. Every little sub helps.